You're a true Steelers fan, right? Well, get ready for an exciting journey because we have two pieces of news that will stir your black and gold heart. In the first news, there's a red alert sign that could affect the Steelers' defense. But don't worry, there's still hope. And in the second news, Ben Roethlisberger shares some laughs about Patrick Mahomes' clever touchdowns. Get ready to dive into the world of the Steelers. Now, let's delve into the first news and find out why a player's health can be a serious concern for the Steelers. How worried should the Steelers be about Larry Ogunjobi? Last season, Ogunjobi had a tough time due to year-long toe and knee injuries. He's been practicing sparingly since August 9th and hasn't had a full practice since his foot injury during training camp. This is a red flag for the Steelers, who gave him a hefty 3-year, $28.7 million contract extension to play alongside Cam Hayward. It's a tricky situation because they needed to solidify the position next to Hayward, but Ogunjobi's injury history poses a risk. But there's more to the story regarding Ogunjobi's first year with the Steelers. Some concerning patterns with Ogunjobi. Last year, the Steelers signed Ogunjobi, who was recovering from foot surgery for a serious Lisfranc injury. Early in free agency, he secured a big deal with the Chicago Bears, but failed his physical due to that foot injury. The Bears backed out, and Ogunjobi ended up signing a 1-year deal with Pittsburgh after Stephon Tuitt retired. When Ogunjobi was healthy last year, he performed at a high level. However, he faced a back injury in October and later dealt with knee and toe injuries that caused consistent pain. Despite the pain, he continued to play. While his determination is admirable, his injuries are becoming a significant concern, especially this early in the season. Ogunjobi's availability. It's worth noting that Ogunjobi has generally been available throughout his career. He only missed 5 games in his 7-year NFL career. That's an impressive track record for most NFL players, suggesting he isn't prone to injuries. However, the problem is that when he does get injured, it seriously affects his performance. For example, when he suffered a knee injury, he was on track for a great season. Even after a back injury against the Bills, he made a strong comeback against the Buccaneers. But the numbers tell the story. Before his knee injury, he averaged 1.8 pressures per game. After the injury, it dropped to 1.2 pressures per game, indicating a significant decline. In a season full of ups and downs, the Steelers are counting on Ogunjobi to stay healthy. He has the potential to be a game-changer when he's at his best, but injuries have been holding him back. Pittsburgh needs a healthy Ogunjobi to elevate their defensive front from very good to elite. But before that, let's have a chuckle and get inside Big Ben's mind as he shares some laughs about Patrick Mahomes' unconventional touchdowns. It seems like humor is also an important part of the game. Ben Roethlisberger finds Patrick Mahomes' sneaky touchdowns hilarious. The Pittsburgh Steelers are all about consistency. They've had just 3 head coaches since 1969, and when their legendary quarterback Ben Roethlisberger retired, people worried about maintaining that continuity. Kenny Pickett has stepped in, giving fans hope. But on Roethlisberger's podcast, Footballin' with Ben Roethlisberger, he couldn't help but laugh at another dynamic quarterback's unusual touchdown scoring skills. Roethlisberger's laughs at Mahomes' cheap touchdowns. During the podcast, Roethlisberger and former Steelers quarterback Charlie Batch were discussing the Steelers' impressive 2023 preseason. The conversation quickly turned to Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes and his knack for scoring touchdowns in unique ways. Roethlisberger asked with a big grin, "How many cheap touchdowns does Patrick Mahomes get, by the way?" He's clearly amused by Mahomes' creative plays, given his own experience in a creative Pittsburgh offense that won Super Bowl 40. He gets more cheap touchdowns. The little flips, the little shovels, like the fun stuff, Roethlisberger added. Roethlisberger, who had 20 rushing touchdowns in his 18 seasons, compared his style to Mahomes, who already has 12 rushing touchdowns in his 7th season, using his speed to avoid defenders. Both Roethlisberger and Batch agreed they'd gladly take those fun stuff touchdowns. Roethlisberger reminisced about moments in games when a bootleg would work so well that it would be an easy walk into the end zone or a wide-open pass to a teammate. "Chuck, Charlie Batch, and I used to laugh. If we were rolling out, and you have like a tight end, a running back, a receiver, so it's just you two. No one else around. You could walk in or you could throw the ball to him. What are you doing, Chuck?" Roethlisberger asked. Batch said he'd throw to the receiver without hesitation, and Roethlisberger agreed. They both chuckled about how it would boost their passer ratings. Batch admitted that earlier in his career, he might have run it himself in that situation. In the end, cheap or not, Roethlisberger and Batch wouldn't mind scoring touchdowns the way Mahomes does. As the 2023 season kicks off for the Steelers, we'll see if Kenny Pickett follows in their footsteps and brings some creativity to Pittsburgh's offense. So Steelers fan, did you enjoy these exciting updates? If yes, don't forget to leave your like and subscribe for more updates about your favorite team. And remember, the future of the Steelers is uncertain, but the excitement continues.